Imagine waking up one morning, expecting the usual routine. The comfort of your bed, the familiar weight of your blanket, the gentle pull of the world holding you down. But today, something feels off. You reach for your phone, but it's not on the nightstand. In fact, nothing is where it's supposed to be. Your bed, your phone, your breakfast, even you, are just floating in the air, as if the whole world has turned into a zero-gravity playground. The room is a surreal mess with socks, books, and cereal drifting like astronauts on a spacewalk. What if gravity just vanished? It sounds like science fiction, but let's explore what would really happen if this invisible force suddenly disappeared from our lives. Gravity is that invisible force that keeps your feet on the ground, your coffee in the cup, and the moon orbiting Earth. It's the reason you don't float away every time you jump, and why the oceans stay put instead of drifting off into space. But let's imagine just for a moment that gravity stops working. The world as we know it would change in an instant, and the consequences would be far more dramatic than you might think. What would a world without gravity actually look like? Let's break it down step by step and see how quickly things would spiral out of control. First, the immediate chaos. The moment gravity disappears, everything not attached to the ground would begin to float. People, pets, furniture, even the air itself would start to drift upward, creating a scene straight out of a dream or a nightmare. If gravity disappeared instantly, everything not nailed down would lift off. Cars would roll out of their parking spots, bikes would float away, and even the smallest crumbs on your kitchen counter would join the airborne chaos. The air you're breathing? Gone. It would float away into space. Without gravity to hold it close to Earth, our atmosphere would simply drift off, leaving us exposed to the vacuum of space. Oceans? They'd rise up like blue mist, drifting into the sky, leaving the planet dry and lifeless. Rivers, lakes, and even puddles would follow, evaporating into the void. Houses would literally come apart, water droplets would hang in the air, and people would be helplessly floating. No control, just chaos. Everyday life would become impossible as nothing would stay put and everyone would be at the mercy of the tiniest push or breeze. But the impact on your body? That's even weirder. Our bodies are built to function with gravity, and without it, things start to go wrong very quickly. Without gravity, your blood doesn't know where to go. It just pools and floats. Your heart can't pump it properly. Your sense of balance would vanish, and you'd feel dizzy and disoriented, unable to tell up from down. Your muscles, used to fighting gravity every day, would start shrinking. Even simple movements would become difficult, and your body would quickly lose strength. Your bones would weaken, just like astronauts in space, but way worse. Without the constant pressure of gravity, bones lose density, becoming fragile and prone to breaking. And it gets scarier. You couldn't actually breathe because the air would float away, leaving you gasping in nothingness. The very thing that keeps us alive would be gone in seconds. Now zooming out, the planet itself would unravel. The ground beneath your feet would no longer hold together, and the Earth would start to break apart at its very core. The moon would drift off, no longer bound to us by gravity's invisible tether. The oceans would turn to vapor, rising and vanishing into the endless blackness, and Earth would break apart. The crust, mantle, and core would separate, scattering into the void. Even farther out, planets would spin away from the sun. Our solar system would unravel, with planets and moons flying off in all directions, lost forever. Without gravity, the whole solar system, gone. The sun's gravity holds everything together, and without it, we lose the structure of the universe itself. Stars, planets, and galaxies would all drift apart, leaving only emptiness behind. Gravity might seem weak. You can jump, you can drop a pen, but it's the glue of the cosmos. It shapes galaxies, forms stars, and creates the very conditions for life to exist. It gives us a place to stand, a home to return to, and a world that makes sense. Without it, there's no you, no me, no life. Nothing but scattered dust, drifting endlessly through the void. So the next time you drop your phone, just be grateful gravity's still doing its job. It's the unsung hero of our everyday lives, quietly keeping everything and everyone together. Because without it, you wouldn't be here to drop your phone in the first place. The world would be unrecognizable, and life as we know it would be impossible. Appreciate gravity. And if you want more mind-blowing what-ifs, hit subscribe. There's a whole universe of questions out there, and together we can explore them all.